Hello everyone, it's Weeb, back on the channel, on the second episode already of our campaign on Unguldavor. Oh my god, that's the only thing I regret about choosing this kind of faction, is that I don't really know how I'm supposed to pronounce those kind of stuff. But yeah, so still doing the voice after the video. At the moment I'm recording this, I've pretty much finished the campaign, I'll be honest. I'm doing this after. So I'm sure that I don't get bored of doing it, of playing the campaign while doing the video. No, the campaign is pretty much finished when I'm doing this, so that's why I started doing the video now. So you can see, compared to last time, I think last time already, when we end the episode 1, our control was pretty much like this. We expanded via colony mostly, and so now you can see that the country around us have started to blow up as well, colonize and kill each other. So there is not that many empty provinces left. So now the way of expansion is obviously through war. So yeah, we started off with attacking 3 human factions on 1v3. If I may say, it's kinda easy because the ORC military bonus are very strong against human, I feel. Kinda destroying them, and it's not even because I have more units than them, because at the beginning I didn't. Just that, I don't know, the unit just don't have that much. And it's because as an orc I have a lot of shock damage, which at the beginning is like very terrifying. At least at the beginning of the game. Once the other faction will start to have gone, it's going to be different. Oh, okay, here you can see I've even stole a colony from this guy right here. So yeah, we are out of war with the 3 factions near us. The faction we are at war mostly is the white one. I think it's Silver 4 or stuff like that, I don't remember the name. It's been a while. It's countries that don't exist anymore in the campaign I do, but yeah, it's a dwarf country. So yeah, dwarf in the middle of nowhere, I know. It's not like they're not in their usual region in the mountain up north. I don't know, there are some dwarf are kinda special, like those one, for example. But yeah, so I'm kinda interested in the province, but also by having a new species, because as I said, you have different species in the last campaign, and species give you... I don't know what I could say, if I could say species or races. I think races is kinda weird, whereas species fits a bit more, I guess. It's not like orcs aren't human at all, like, yeah. So I guess I can say species. I'll say species to avoid maybe any problem. We never know. But yeah, so different species have different bonus on the province they are in, and depending on whether you accept them, you don't accept them, or they are part of your empire, because there is different parts, there's different level of acceptance. Depending on that, yeah, you have different bonus, and I know for the dwarf it's a really good bonus, so that's why I would want dwarf in my empire. Orcs have a pretty decent bonus as well, but they also have like national 4 unrest everywhere, so yeah, you can kinda easily have rebellion province with orcs in it. And the thing is that usually at the end of the game, that's something I have a lot of time, is that, for example, in my capital I get a lot of immigration events, and there is, like, at the end of the game there is a lot of species in my capital, and all the bonus that they add up can make your capital even stronger. So yeah, you can see the war is going pretty well, the AI is doing pretty typical dumb AI thing. You siege the entire country, and what they do is that they go behind you, they go all the way back at your country and siege your province there, which... okay, I guess. Yeah, that's typical EU4. But yeah. So you can see also we unlock cannon, and as I don't really know if it makes sense as orcs, because I might just say it right now, but as orcs we don't unlock guns very soon. Like, I think it's like around tech 18 or something like that, whereas most races will get it around tech 12, at least most. By most I mean like the human and stuff like that, human, elf, dwarf. Though I think Elf don't. I don't remember. I haven't played Elf. I think I've played it once and it was a while ago. So yeah. So the objective for this war here is just to take obviously the Silver Fog. I don't think I can take the entire country, but it's also to, because they are allied to Corinta, the red country right behind, right under, I mean. And it's because you can see maybe here, I'll probably zoom in it, there is 3 provinces that are very linked to each other. It's because they are Castono, I think it's the name, I don't really know if I pronounce it well. It's basically a big city that's divided in 3 provinces, and there is a lot of benefit from having all 3. So the lore behind it I don't really know. It's probably because there was some kind of huge empire here and it was their capital. It starts with pretty huge dev, so that's why they are so very interesting point. And then you have the 3 of them, you start to have events and stuff like that. And at the end of the game you can even build special stuff in them. Like they have some kind of wonder, not really wonder, I don't know when we'll see that, probably in a few episodes, but yeah, just spoiling, but they will have some kind of big buff in the city. All I know is that the northern province is like capital province with good buff for tax on. Oh, it's at this moment that current spot. So yeah, the northern province has good buff for like your country and stuff like that as a whole, if I remember. At least on the tax side. The western province is like a trade province, and the southern one is a military province. I think it, like for example, having all 3 on with their wonders, it gives you 1 additional mana point per month, which doesn't seem much, but it's actually very huge to have 1 mana point per month additional. If you count that plus the estate, that's already 2 free mana point per month. That's very strong. Especially if you get a good ruler, that's very strong to have that many points to dev and to also to get tech early. Especially with orcs, it's very important to get tech early, I would say. So yeah, we talked the province. Yeah, what we saw earlier is that the coordinates religion spawn. It's a very special religion. Why is that? Is that because we can switch to it. I know it's a bit weird for orcs to switch to a religion that's human created, but the religion of orcs is kinda weird. It's like they have gods, but the orcs believe in strength, and so if you beat their gods, technically they will believe in your gods. So yeah, that's in the lore, that's how they put it. I think it's like, yeah, the god of the Corinid beats the god of orcs, and then most orcs switch to Corinid. That's why every time you play the game, at the end of the game, this part of the region is mostly full of Corinid country. Because the human around us are also going to switch. It's kinda like the Protestant and the Reformed religion in the Holy Roman Empire. For those who played normal EU4, it starts with Center of Reformation and it's going to spread really fast. But yeah, I cannot switch to it yet because I'm at war, but I'll switch to it soon after because it has better bonus than... well, maybe not. The Great Dukan religion was pretty interesting because it doesn't give particularly good bonus, but you can select special events to get bonus, like especially in military. But yeah, I think it's time for a change. It is, we switched to Corinid right after the war, so we conquered a bunch of land. We actually full annexed the Silver Fog. So you can see the bonus of Corinid face, Morala for me, Land Leader Clock, pretty interesting for us, let's be honest. We even had a Center of Reform spawning into Southern Castona. Very interesting, and so you can see there is pretty much like some kind of are you aggressive or peaceful nation kind of thing with this region. So like if you get to higher number, you are pretty peaceful, you get bonus for national unrest, diplomatic reputation and stuff like that. And if you go down below, you have national unrest but negative, so you have more unrest in your province, but you also have like manpower in two-phase provinces and stuff like that. So yeah, it's more military, the left side. And then you have the middle side, which is kind of the best part because you don't get malus in it. But it's kinda hard to stay in the middle, I'll be honest. Because the moment you declare war, you get a lot of negative points, and The moment you like you stay at peace for like 5 years, you quickly go to the positive. So yeah, so you can see switching religion is always a bit hard, but we have the help of the center of reformation, which actually doesn't really help because the center of reformation only switch the other human religion, which is the religion court. It's the one in white. It doesn't switch the our religion because it considers it as pagan, I think. So it can't switch those religions. So we have to convert our opponents by ourselves. It's kind of annoying. So another thing I want to mention is that meanwhile we were doing this war on switching our religion, we were also in the process of demonstralizing. I probably pronounce that horribly. So we are on our way to not be considered as monstrous by other nations, because when you start the campaign, you either are considered a monstrous nation or a normal nation, I guess. And what it does is that you basically have a casus belli on everyone on the map, like kinda like imperialism. You can declare war at any of your neighbor. Well, it's not like imperialism then, but yeah, you get what I mean. You can declare war against everyone because you're a monster, you basically savages. But it also makes you impossible to have diplomacy with any faction other than other monstrous nation, and even then it depends which one. So that's why it's kinda useful to remove this debuff, and to do that you have to go through a long process. You have to click a done decision in your mission and then wait for events that decrease your monstrous level. You start like, I don't know if we start at level 100. Maybe it's because I did a lot of like monstrous casus belli at the beginning, that maybe rise the number up. But I started at like level 100, and you need to go to level 0 to go back to not be considered monstrous anymore. I think if you go below 50, you consider semi-monstrous, which reduce the malus by 2, but divide by 2 basically. But yeah, so that was kinda annoying because every time, obviously, the events that comes with decreasing your monstrosity are also it comes with malus with some time. So yeah, that's kinda annoying, but you kinda have to go through it, I guess. Though I may say it's possible probably to just have a lonely campaign where you just stay as a monstrous. But by the end of the game you're gonna have no allies, so you're gonna only rely on yourself. Like even your vassal will hate you if you stay monster for too much. Because there's almost no nation that stay monstrous towards the end of the game. Even the AI do it. So yeah, if you wanna have ally till the end of the game, it's recommended to do it. But if you want to just go do a solo campaign and kill everything anyway, you can stay as a monstrous nation, I guess. And yeah, for those who are interested in a bit of lore, there's just I would say it's a normal event in this game, like with long text and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want a bit of lore about stuff, you can read it. Probably just do pause on it. It's a long text. I'm not reading that. That's too long, and with my accent it's probably just going to be more annoying for me to read all that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and let's see each other for the third episode. Bye!
Girl, I'm sold. We never took a night off, saw me cold.